Super Mario Advance 2, the remake slash remaster of Super Mario World for the Game Boy Advance. For many people, including myself, this was my first experience playing Super Mario World, and I still remember the exact moment I first saw it too. I was in a Sears of all places, at least that's what I remember, and there was a Game Boy Advance kiosk with Super Mario Advance 2 on it. I remember playing it, and the game was left off at Vanilla Dome. It was really cool, and sometime after that whole experience I got my own copy. This game features a lot of enhancements, like a new sprite for Luigi, as well as being able to play as him. They also added voices for Mario and Luigi in this version.
Just what I needed.
New lighting, and etc. The audio quality for the music in this version isn't as crisp as the original on the Super Nintendo, but that's to be expected. In this version, they added an opening to the game that fleshes out the story and shows exactly what happened and how Peach got kidnapped, unlike the original. Mario, Luigi, and Peach go for a vacation to Dinosaur Land and to presumably have a picnic. Luigi discovers a cape feather and Mario grabs it and takes flight. Luigi soon follows after Mario, and once they come back to where they were when they first landed in the hot air balloon, Princess Peach is gone. How long were they flying for exactly? Anyways, it's up to Mario and Luigi to not only rescue Princess Peach, but to also save Yoshi's trapped friends while also taking down the Koopalines and then Bowser himself. Like I said before, you can play as Mario or Luigi. Mario is more well-rounded, whereas Luigi is slower than Mario and more slippery, but has a higher jump. Usually I take turns playing as them every couple of levels, but if you can't seem to make a certain jump, definitely give Luigi a go. Throughout Dinosaur Land, you'll come across switch palaces, which when stomped on will activate its color-coded blocks in certain levels to either help you or prevent you from falling into bottomless pits. At the end of each section on the island, you will have to take down a castle and its respective Koopaline. Some sections of the island also have fortresses that contain a mini-boss you will fight multiple times named Reznor. After taking down one of the Koopalings, you will save one of the Yoshi's trapped friends. Speaking of Yoshi, he first appeared in Super Mario World. He can eat enemies and berries. With enough berries eaten, he will hatch a power-up for you. He can also eat Koopas, and depending on their color, he will gain certain abilities, such as Flight, Stomp, or even Fire Breath. There are other colored Yoshis as well, such as Blue, Yellow, and Red, that all have abilities so that whatever shell they eat, they will already be set. For example, Red Yoshi will always shoot Fire Breath, and Blue Yoshi will always fly, but in some cases it seems that they will all fly with the blue shell no matter what. Anyway, moving on to Donut Plains, you'll encounter your first level that has a secret exit to be discovered. Using those switch palaces will come in handy to reach a majority of them. One exit levels are yellow dots on the map, whereas a red dot has two exits. These secret exits will require you to grab a key and bring it to the keyhole. Then you will be brought back to the world map and open up an alternate path for you to take. If you're going for 100% completion, you'll have to find all exits, so beat the level normal, and when you see a red dot on the map, you'll need to complete that secret one as well. 96 exits total, with about 76 levels in all. There's also a top secret base you can unlock that has a Yoshi and 2 sets of power-ups. Depending on if you're short Mario, there'll be a super mushroom, and if you're normal size, you'll get both a fire flower and cape feather. Speaking of the cape feather, it's probably my favorite Mario power-up ever, if we're not talking about Yoshi or Flood, etc. It's very powerful, allowing you to fly as long as you want, just don't get hit by anything. You can spin into enemies, flip them, and it allows you for a slow descent so you can take your time picking where you want to land. That's not all either. You can also slam into the ground and kill enemies on screen too. It's basically the Super Leaf or even the P-Wing from Mario Bros. 3, but even better in my opinion. But they never brought this back in future Mario games, which is a shame. Let's talk about bonus rooms. Depending on where you hit the tape at the end of the level on the goal pole, you will get a select number of star points. Once you reach 100, you will be brought to a bonus room. Here you will have to match up pictures of this game's power-ups, and if you manage to do that, you will get a 1-up. If not, you won't get anything. They also added a lose animation for Mario and Luigi in this version of the game, if you don't win. This game does also have collectibles you can find. They're called Dragon Coins. They can be found throughout each level. Usually there's 5 of them, sometimes there's extras, so make that 6 or 7 for certain levels. In the original Super Mario World, you don't have to collect these, but if you did, you would just get a 1-up. In this version, however, you still get a 1-up for collecting them, but now, if you want 100% completion, you're gonna have to get them all. They aren't too hard to find, besides a few, mainly Chocolate Island 2 or even the Sunken Ship level, where you're going to have to slowly descend to find them, which is a pain in the butt, but most of them are easy to find. After taking down the second castle, you'll make your way to Vanilla Dome. Here, there are more secret exits to find, and a warp to Star Road, which can also be found in Donut Plains. Another Switch Palace, this one being red, and another Koopaline to take down. Next, you'll travel to Cheese and Butter Bridge to make your way to the 4th castle. Defeat the Koopaline, and now we arrive at Forest of Illusion. There's this cool trick you can do to get around 17 lives on the first level of Forest of Illusion. Grab the star from the item box and run as fast as you can through all the enemies. You'll even get a cool little voice line from Mario or Luigi, and this is also a great way to get easy lives.
Mario! Bravo, Luigi!
In Forest of Illusion, you'll find another Switch Palace, this one being blue, and it's also the last. You'll also find a castle to take down, and a fortress. Next up is Chocolate Island, more secret exits and routes to unlock on the map. You can also press the select button at any point to check your progress. This is also a good way to find out if certain ghost houses have 2 exits or not. Some do, but not all. After beating each level on Chocolate Island as well as the castles, the entrance to the Valley of Bowser will open after you beat the Sunken Ghost Ship level. This level is rumored to be a Doom ship from Super Mario Bros. 3, but crash landed and sunk. On to the Valley of Bowser. This is where you'll fight the last Koopaline and Fortress, and eventually take down Bowser himself. By the way, why does Bowser have a back door to his castle? Very strange, but also funny. After battling Bowser on top of his castle, Mario and Luigi defeat him, save Princess Peach, and all of Yoshi's trapped friends. We're not done just yet though. Whenever I play Super Mario World, I always save Star World for last. Here, each level has 2 secret exits, and Baby Yoshis to hatch and grow. Upon completing each level in Star World, you will gain access to the Special World. This area contains the hardest levels in the game. For me personally, they aren't that hard, but still a challenge and a fair one if you will. After this, Dinosaur Land will change color and the season will change to fall. In this version of the game, you also get this cool little cutscene. With the season changing to fall, some enemies look different now. Whether that be Koopas wearing Mario masks, or Piranha Plants having a jack-o'-lantern for a head. After you take in the new sights of Dinosaur Land in the fall, don't forget to also grab every Dragon Coin in all of the levels. Chocolate Island 2 in particular is the only one I was having trouble with. Just grab as many coins as you can in the starting area before you enter the green warp pipe, and you should be on the right path to getting them all. After collecting all the Dragon Coins in each of the levels, you'll now get another cutscene. All of the Dragon Coins will turn into Peach Coins. Not sure why, but whatever. Grabbing these coins all over again in each level will give you a 1-up, but nothing else, so you don't have to collect them all over again, which is good. You can also replay castles in this version of Mario World, so if you miss some Dragon Coins, it's nice that you can go back and go get them. This game also had an action figure you could get from a Wendy's kids meal back in the day. Unfortunately, they never made a Luigi one though. And there you have it, Super Mario Advance 2. This game is one of my favorite games of all time, specifically this version of Super Mario World, the one that I grew up with. With all of its new changes like voice acting and being able to play as Luigi and not a green Mario like in 2-player in the original, makes this my favorite version to play. Even the box art is way better in my opinion, but both games are still masterpieces. This game also features a remake of the Mario Bros. Arcade game called Mario Bros. Classic. But I've already done a review on that, you can find on this channel. Once you reset the game, you'll get an alternate opening where Peach doesn't get kidnapped and instead travels with Mario and Luigi and the Yoshis, and I'll leave you with that. That's my review of Super Mario Advance 2. Thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye!